Okay, let's play this. Let's play this thing, shall we? Okay, please choose a screen and a subtitle or language. English. Yes. Have you played this Stanley Parable before? Yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Guess that. Fuck it, I'll leave it at that. Please enter the current time. What is the current time? It is 21. Oh, hang on. It's all 12 hours. Okay, so it is 9:55. No. 9:55 p.m. No, accessibility needs can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. There we go. Okay, here we go. Right, settings. Field of view. Let's turn that up. Subtitles, show subtitles, yes. Show reticle, no. Audio, wavelet. I don't think it's too loud. Video. Full screen, VSync off. Okay. Oh no, that looks a bit smaller now. Why does that look small? Hold on. Why does that look small on my screen? Let's sort that out, shall we? Oh, that was funky. And let's just put borderless. Okay. Okay, I think that's all good. Right, let's go back. Right, are we ready? Let's go. Let's start this thing. Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe. Begin the game. To be an hour ahead, yes. Right, let's start this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Okay.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting.
Was happy.
Sounds like an easy job. I love that job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We're moving. Okay, why is the sensitivity so high? Hold on, let me change that down. Okay. Okay, we're playing now. Okay, we're playing now. It told us to step out the office. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay in here because I feel safe in here. I feel safe.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yeah.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
I mean, I have a
But
clock.
the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. he will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay. Okay. I guess we're back here now. Now, I remember about this game, I remember it has like a lot of endings. A load of different endings. I believe that is one of them. Okay. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No one's here. Where the fuck is everyone? 420.
Stanley went around touching every little
Let me into
thing
the
in
door.
the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Awaiting input. Oh. Input received. Hello? Anything down here? I feel like I've missed something. No? Okay, we'll just follow it. We'll just keep going. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, chat, do we go left or right? Left or right? What are we thinking? Do we do what the narrator says, or do we ignore him? Right? Okay, we'll go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Oh, we can't go
well.
back.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, employee lounge it is. Well, why is everyone's door locked, man?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Definitely.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is a very
Stanley
nice
simply
room.
Stood here,
I agree.
taking it all in.
It is a very nice room. You know what? I think we can wait here for a bit.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Fuck my co-workers, man. They didn't care about me. These paintings and this chair.
At this
We have a
point,
lot of history.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Wow.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Wow. Wow, narrator's being mean now. I love this room. I spent my eternity in this room. I
Stanley
will sit
sat
here.
around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, I'm still gonna wait. There has to be more dialogue, surely. There's no way we sit here. I'm gonna stand here and wait a whole minute. I'm gonna sit here. Wait a whole minute. I can guarantee there will be dialogue. Any moment now. Any moment now. He's gonna say something. Hello? Narrator? Speak up. I know you want to speak up. You have 15 seconds to speak. Time's almost up. Okay, he's finished. He's not saying anything.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
No, I want to go back.
First open door on his left to get back.
I want to go back. Take the first open door on your left. Now I would, but this way looks interesting. We'll go this way instead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Hey. But hey, if I jump off, I don't have to pay for that. So hey, let's go.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. Oh, we're all back here now? Okay. Right. Alright, this time we won't jump off. We won't jump off this time.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, hello. I feel like this is gonna do something. I feel like every time I die or come do an ending, this has got to do something, surely. Right. But we're gonna go right again. We're gonna skip through the waiting room, even though it is an amazing room.
Set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Yes. This room is amazing.
What a beautiful room.
It is. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here again. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
It is a beautiful room.
Having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
I love this room. I think I'm gonna stay here a bit longer.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even
it's the same dialogue. It's the same dialogue.
Vanished, but eager to get back to business.
It's the same dialogue.
First open door on his left.
Nope. We're gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
Right, let's get on the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Really?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Can I jump off?
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who is her? Oh. Ooh. Do I go? I kind of want to jump that. No.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
I don't want to go in there.
She's been waiting.
Who? Here we go.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Do we answer it?
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Do we pick up the phone? I don't trust it. It is plugged in, though. Can we unplug the phone? Do it? Unplug it? Okay, we'll unplug it.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Well, I went over to the wall and unplugged it.
I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
I mean,
If
we've
you'd
only
made
been
any
going
more
15
wrong
minutes,
choices,
so
you
not
might
that
have
long.
negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert
Hi,
had a
Rupert.
choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
What the
process.
fuck is this?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually
Probably make
meaningful
loads of choices
and whether
a day.
you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the
Oh.
feeling should subside.
Damn,
At this
okay.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay, thanks.
Ah,
Hey, yo,
welcome
what the
back.
fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Danger,
Not to
danger
worry.
everywhere.
Now that you're properly informed on good decisions,
Why does it say me
we're going
focus?
to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and
Okay.
see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What, answer the phone? Okay. Back we go. Ah, ha ha ha. Hey,
Now that
let
we
me
know
off.
your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Ah.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I mean,
we just
it
need
would.
to get you home as soon as possible
Oh,
before
dear.
the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with
Oh
reality.
dear. In my eye. Okay. Where are we going? We going back? Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Hear that, guys? If you're lying, stop it now. Stop it now. Okay. The lounge. I love this room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going right.
No!
Oh!
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh dear. Uh-oh. We're here.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that you'd My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
You're everywhere.
What do I do? What do I do? What do
Do you not alter without
No, I
consulting
have to.
whiteboard
I
manager?
have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No. Oh. 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 What the fuck? We're still here.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Is that blood? What the hell is that on the floor?
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do
I am
something,
Stanley,
there's a
though.
damn good reason for it.
Because my name's not Stanley.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Oh.
behave exactly as Stanley
what?
would.
Whoa, whoa,
That
whoa,
means
what?
choosing responsibly and always
What?
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, we're going right again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Wait, what the fuck?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Wait.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
What if we
Just
keep-
follow
what if we
my
keep-
lead and you'll be fine.
what if we keep going-
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, if we keep going right, I want to see what happens. Oh. No dialogue this time, okay.
No! Why did
Oh!
you do that?
That was
Quickly,
late.
hurry.
What the hell? That was a bit late.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to
Okay,
the
I guess
task.
we have to go left
Just
now.
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess we have to go left now. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
closet.
hoping he might find an answer there.
No. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I
office.
swear there was a downstairs on this. Oh well. Okay. Something doesn't seem right here.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Something
Shocked,
seems off.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Yeah.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find
Okay.
out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it
Night
into the
Shark
receiver,
115.
right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Is this thing not working? Night
I'm sorry,
Shark.
is there a problem?
Oh.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code
I
into
did.
the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with
I
the
am.
show.
It's not
This is
working.
a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
I'm
If
trying
you
to,
didn't
but
want
you're
see
not
what
letting
I
me.
had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to
What
the
the
set of two
what?
doors,
What?
he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you...
What
Is
the
everything
fuck?
okay?
Hello?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end?
I
Wait,
need you to
what?
walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Wait, did we finish the game?
Stanley, this
What?
is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make
Or
it
is this an
happen.
ending?
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
I can still play though.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
With
The
Unity.
story needs it. So,
Work of Stanley Parable 2013.
are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Sorry, Leroy. Who's Leroy?
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh. Wait, that was an ending? Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That
What
was
could it mean?
interesting.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Not what I was expecting.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That was really weird.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, let's do what the narrator says this time. Let's do what he asks us to do. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You okay? Oh wait, there's a sign on this now. What the hell? Oh wait, the color is different. No, it's red. No, it was red last time, wasn't it? Executive bathroom. To be rich is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to have to pick just one. Okay, there we go. Why was that so hard to say? Oh, input. Oh, another input thing. Oh, it's different this time. It's not green.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Wait, what the fuck?
2845. But of course...
Oh, wait, I got an
Stanley
achievement?
couldn't possibly have known this.
I got an achievement for pressing the number 8 over and over again. The fuck? Oh, okay. What was it?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
What was the number again?
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly,
Hey,
by
nice.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right, we're supposed to do what the narrator tells us to do. Right, I guess we go into this lift. Oh, I guess we're not going back through there.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Can we step back in? Oh, we can press it again. But no, I said we were just gonna do what the narrator told us to.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. No. We're gonna do what he tells us to.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That looked weird. Hold on. I can jump up on here. And I can jump up here. Oh, I can walk the railings? I can walk this railing. Hold on. Let's see if I can walk this whole railing. Oh, well, I can't walk the whole thing. Let's get back up. Oh, no! Fuck!
Aha!
Oh?
You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it.
Okay,
And you're
new
all
ending?
very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game.
Music?
It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special
Let's
you
go.
are.
New music.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Okay.
Good job. You did it. Good job.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
What is this?
It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending.
What
Now
is
it's an
this?
ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
It's quite catchy.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Okay. Well, we didn't do exactly what the guy told us to do. But I guess we found a new ending on the way there. Okay.
All of
Cool.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Input.
Stanley decided to go to
I guess
the
we need
meeting.
one more.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What are you watching? What the hell is that? The end is never. Okay. Creepy.
No matter how hard
Why do all
Stanley
these
looked,
say the end
he
is
couldn't
never on
find a
them?
trace of his co-workers.
Why do they all say the end is never on them? Why do they all say the end is never? 4B6.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, Young. How you doing? Okay, this time we are going to do what the narrator tells us.
Yet there was
Speed
not
run,
a single
speed
person
run.
here either.
Speedrun time, speedrun
Feeling
time,
a wave
speedrun.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss.
Speed
Coming
run.
to a staircase,
Speed run.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Let's
office.
speedrun this. 2845 was the code.
Stepping
Yes, it
into
was.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any.
Easy.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Fuck's sake. Not in 4K. Hang on, what was that noise? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Hello. Hello, we're back. Something just fell off a shelf. Right, let's do what the narrator tells us this time. Let's not jump off the catwalk.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Although, I want to listen to that song again.
Control facility.
Besides your crib. Oh, fuck's sake. Although that song was very catchy, I do kind of want to listen to it again.
The lights rose on
But
an
no.
enormous room.
We'll do what he tells us. We'll do what he tells us this
What
time.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped
Oh.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Wait, which employee? We were 47, weren't we?
The lives of so many individuals
Where's my-
reduced to images on a screen. And
Where's my
Stanley,
office?
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where
For-
freedom meant nothing.
427. That's our one, there. That's us, right there. That's our office, right there. What does that one say? God knows. Oh well, we'll keep going. What's wrong with that one? That one doesn't even have a number on it. Hold on. Fired. Interesting.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
No.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He
No.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Where are we going?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Find controls, idle, awaiting input. Okay. Turn them off. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
We win!
He
Let's
had
go!
defeated the machine.
We'd win!
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Let's go!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door
We
slid
won! Easy.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles
Easy.
still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers
It's
been?
gone.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
Finally,
he
the
realized
outside.
none of this mattered to him.
The virtual
All it was
outside.
not knowledge or even power that
Closest
he
I'll
had
ever
been
get.
seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to
It's the
let go.
closest we'll ever get.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
Closest
life
I'll ever
brings,
get to outside.
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh.
Stanley felt the cool
Finally.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the
Wait,
way,
where is this
right
office?
now, that things were meant to happen.
Why is this...
And Stanley was happy.
Why is this office out in the middle of nowhere? Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Oh, that was easy. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this game. I believe we've beaten it, apparently. I think it's just an ending. I want to play more. I want to see what else is out here.
All
Yeah.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I know one of these computers still had one thing left on it. It said like input, or whatever it was called. Input required or something? New content? New content? Fuck it, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. Okay. New stuff?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Damn, 10 years ago?
Receiving critical and commercial success, it was
Jeez.
expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content delighting audiences the world over.
Snail.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ooh.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ooh. Elevator.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Oh, we can't wait. Hello? Or is it a cage? Is it an elevator or is it a cage?
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I jumped outside the circle. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, I'm bored.
Is that it? Surely
That's it.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is
I
this
mean,
what
we've
passes
never
for
had jumping
exciting
before,
new
so that's
content?
quite exciting.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. What's going on here? Everyone's trying the new content.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements. and it's
Overwatch
hard to
2?
believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, we'll reset it. Oh? Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
I don't
I want
know.
to show you something.
Looks kind of sus to me.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well,
Nope.
fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Hey, no one calls me a dork. Eh? Fine, I'll see you. I'll see your surprise then. I'll see your surprise
Oh,
then.
never mind. You're not a dork.
Ah, thank you. Right, there you go. Just to put an apology. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was an apology. New content. Okay, I can't even use it. I mean, I guess I have to. I guess I have to see what he's got. What have you got for me, narrator? What's so special? Coffee nut? Coffee hut or coffee nut? Coffee nut, there you go. Oh, we're in the vents.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Okay.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Elden
Just
Ring?
our little secret. Take a look.
Take a look. Where are we?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's
Ooh.
where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Ooh.
You see, Stanley,
Wow.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was
2013
before it was
was the
sullied with a
Stanley
cheap
Parable was
re-release?
released.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had
really.
integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
I think the only memory I think I ever had of the original Stanley Parable was when I watched Markiplier or someone play through it. That's the only thing I remember for it. I never actually played it. I mean, I played it not that long ago, but what does it say? The Memory Zone Temp. 2013. Who's the guy with the dog? Okay. What have we got here? Oh, that's the ending we just did. Time. Indoors lovely. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. What does it say? Indie Books. 2020 Independent Games Festival. Audience Award to Stanley Parable. That's the BAFTA, isn't it? The British Academy of Film, Television Arts. The Stanley. That's a BAFTA award. Good times. Ah. Shit down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Damn. Stanley Parable Alpha Test. Damn. There's a dollar frame. Demonstration. Oh, that was the demo. I remember that thing. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Yeah, that's an actual thing. Yeah, if you don't play the original Stanley Parable for 5 years, I think you get that achievement, which I think is quite funny. Oh, dead Stanley. Oh, hello. In love and memory. Oh no! Little Stanley. Oh, music. Can I play this piano? Is this French?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all.
Both good
It
games.
isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Mate, elevators are fun, man. You ever been in one? Kind of fun. Stanley Parable. I love looking at all this. The Minecraft house. I do remember that. That was like an ending. Portal? Oh yeah, it was two endings, wasn't there? There was one with Minecraft and one with Portal. Forgot about that. What's this? This looks like a bunch of game stuff. Person of the Year, Stanley. Oh. I want one of those figures. Blue and red door. Damn. Wait, there was a collector's edition? Wait, is that actually real? Was there a collector's edition?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh, sure,
The
there
Stanley
was.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, why is my camera shaking? Oh, I'm moving that. That's why. Okay, guess we go back. What's that? A serious room. Oh, that was that thing. Because I think it was the old game. I think you could use something like server cheats or something. And I think if you inputted that into like the thing, it would put you in that room and for like forever, and the only way to get out was to close the game. I remember that. Damn. I don't think you can do that
These
anymore.
were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait,
Oh,
hang on. I don't
Where are
recall this
we?
part of the memory zone before.
where are we?
What's this? What's down here?
Uh-oh. Steam.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online
Uh-oh.
video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Uh-oh.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh. Oh no. What does
Honestly,
Buglivia
I could not
have
be
to
bothered
say?
to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be
Whoa.
funny. I'm trying to
Okay.
make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick
I
them.
love how the Steam part is just like so grey and dark.
Okay, let's see what this one
2016,
says.
okay.
While the
This was a
idea
while
of the
ago.
game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You
Okay.
can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an
Okay.
awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You
Perhaps
didn't
the
let them
Stanley
down.
Parable isn't quite as sterling
You
as I
didn't let
always
him down at
remember.
all. Not at all. Oh, what's this one floating over here?
What's this one got to say? You
9
constantly
and
have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
oh,
A skip button.
that was in 2014. That was a year after it was
I
released.
think we can do that. If I'm
Damn.
truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the
Nope.
record. Only
Oh.
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
What the fuck? Oh. A skip button. Hello.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just the push of a button.
Oh, you're already boring me.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but
A
it
few
was plenty
minutes?
of
How
time
long
for
were
me
you
to
talking
deliver
for?
a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person...
Alright, I'm bored.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yes.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and...
Alright, he's not going to shut up, is he?
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh,
That
has it
last
now?
one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Damn.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only
Right,
so
let's
much...
skip a little bit more then, shall we?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting...
Right, that's
Oh,
it.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh, the lights are gone
Stanley,
off.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
Oh.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking...
Oh,
you
poor
saying nothing.
you.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the...
No, I think it is. Oh,
Oh, hello. It's you.
Oh,
You're here again.
we're back.
Welcome.
oh,
I
the
have
leaves are
had
gone.
time to think about you and about us and about
Aw.
everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat
Yeah.
down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
No,
To begin
no.
with, there is...
Oh, he's gone quiet. I can hear breathing. I can hear breathing. What the hell is that? Is it breathing? Or is it the aircon unit? Okay. I'm scared. Get me out of here. Ah! Ow! Ow! Quick! Ow, that hurts. Ow! Ow! Ow!
But they didn't understand
Oh,
the
he's
game
back.
was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
He's getting mad. Oh, clock's fallen off the wall. I can hear water. Oh. Oh. I can hear water. Oh. There's a leak.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
Okay.
is never the end.
Jesus. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh, got zoned out for a second then. Oh, whoa, Jesus! What happened here? I knew we should have fixed that leak, but no one listened to me. No. Should have fixed that leak, and that would never have happened. Oh. Well, at least it's sunny. Now we can see the damage. Well, what happened here then? Well, okay. Oh. Wait, ain't this beautiful? Well, isn't that beautiful? Birds are singing. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh. Okay. The hell's that? The hell is that? Okay, I don't like that. I don't like this room. Please get me out of here. Oh! Oh. It's over? We're free? No. My God. Where's the sun? There's the sun. Do we walk towards the sun? Where are we? Can we sprint? No, we can't.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay, that was weird. Hello, Geth. How you doing, man? I haven't seen any more of those computers wanting me to input something. I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad. New content. What? New content? New content? Oh, with a sign like that, we must have a look at it.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ooh. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's have a look. You see what it is? Oh. Back in the elevator again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh. New game? New game?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover
And
with
just
a
never
fully-fledged
the
sequel.
end
An entirely
again.
new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many
427.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
2 phones. Investor showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is
Taste
just
the
so much
sequel.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It
Off-printing
screams
photos.
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Ooh. Okay, I'm very excited to see what's coming. Give us the content. Yeah, back 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. New hotness. Ooh. Boring sections of the charcoal red section. More TSP, better TSP, win-win. Sequential mindshare. The color red, leverage policy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client centric. Okay. 2. The Stanley Parable 2. Thanks for attending my meeting. Those are all the logos. Yeah. 2 of those ferns. 2 Stanleys.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of
It's
interesting
Google
concepts,
Works.
that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Who took the red mug at me? What else we got? Sequels are good. Let's see what they've written down. Okay. Let's judge these, okay? So Portal 2. Good. Half-Life 2. Very good. Batman Arkham Asylum 2. Decent, yes. Divinity Original Sin, never played it. Doom 2, good. Aladdin 2 Return of Jafar, never played it, but I think it's good. Dark Souls 2, good. Good game. Portal 2 and Half-Life 2 are definitely 2 good ones. Black Ops 2, yes, exactly. Black Ops 2 was a great game. This way to the show floor. Bus? Bus! MWT the OG. Bus? Oh, it's a convention.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Ooh, what have we got here? Merch. Oh wait, there's a QR code. Hold on. Should we scan it? Hang on, let me scan it. Hold on. Let's scan it. StanleyParable2.com. Welcome to the official website. Wait, there's a video. There's an unlisted video. Wait, hold on. Should we watch it? Hold on. There's an unlisted video. Hold on. There it is. There's an unlisted video. Wait, what is this? Hold on. What is this? Stanley Parable's sequels and you. What is this?
See there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast.
I love.
But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel? That's right. It's called Lunch. And critics are raving that lunch will be everything breakfast was and more. With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it.
Ooh.
Say, you know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy?
I do.
Why? Sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love, and we're all afraid of change, which is what makes sequels so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old. That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable. Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we'll call the vertical automobile. It's a useless, impractical invention, and in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity. Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica, and they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government. Sequels can be very fashionable. This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once. Look at Becky over there, wearing only 2 shirts at once. Get with the times, Becky. In fact, there is only one single thing in the world that isn't a sequel. It's this. We don't know what it is or why it exists, but it's the prequel from which all sequels are derived. And just like everything else, the Stanley Parable is getting a sequel too. We all know, of course, that it was your favorite game as a child. Don't you remember those long, lazy afternoons you spent playing the Stanley Parable? Watching your precious youth fritter away hour after hour. We've all wasted our childhoods in one way or another, and you were fortunate enough to get to waste yours on the Stanley Parable. But the Stanley Parable came out years ago, and you're not a child anymore. You're a man, which is like the sequel to a child. And as a man, you want manly things like taxes and cheating at baseball. You need a man's video game, Timmy. And that's why the Stanley Parable 2 will be perfect for you. It's as manly as video games can get. And if you don't believe me, let's look at the burly hunk of a man who's responsible for the game.
A real man's game.
Here he is, hard at work. His name is Gregory 8-Pack, and he's the cutting picture of raw, virile masculinity. Gregory is what we call the ideas guy, and he has the most important role on the team. The ideas guy tirelessly comes up with interesting concepts and then hands them off to the rest of the developers for the relatively simple job of turning those concepts into reality. For example, he's the one who picked up the phone and declared, "Someone ought to make a sequel to the Stanley Parable." Good work, Gregory. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. With the hard part out of the way, work on the game can now begin. The game's developers must answer a simple question. What makes a sequel in the first place? Well, it's simple. Sequels are an opportunity to correct the mistakes of their predecessors. We've all made mistakes, and we've all caused harm to someone we love in order to cover up our mistakes. When developing this particular sequel, it's important to start by thinking, what mistakes did the original Stanley Parable make? Well, first off, most of the pornography in the original game was stolen or pirated.
Wait,
and it's
what?
time we paid the licensing fees fair and square. Second, The Stanley Parable was catastrophic for this man named Leroy, whose personal information, including home address, social security number, and bank information,
Wait,
were all
Leroy?
displayed prominently in
We've heard that
multiple
name before.
locations throughout the game. Although Leroy's money and identity were stolen, the fact remains that his personal information was the emotional core of the game and absolutely vital to a nuanced understanding of the story. As reparation for the harm we caused him, the sequel will contain a brief and insincere apology to Leroy, tucked deep within the game where it will be difficult to find. Finally, the Stanley Parable made the mistake of leaking too many government secrets about the nature of the Time Wars. Without these intricate details of specific military tactics, the story is likely to make very little sense, but we've decided to remove them from the sequel in the interest of helping the state's efforts. We'll get to you yet, Time Dracula. Now then, it's time to set about constructing
What
the
is going
Stanley
on?
Parable 2. Game development is a difficult and complex art.
What
one
is
which
this
can
video?
only be fully understood by this race of hyper-intelligent child soldiers bred in laboratories. They begin by studying the original Stanley Parable. Here it is in its raw, untouched form, a specimen of technological perfection. Time to exploit it for profit. We begin by adding
Feels
jokes.
older than
The
me.
Stanley Parable was most
Legit.
widely known for its stark lack of humor, bucking all conventional industry wisdom. It was a bold artist statement that its developers stood firmly behind. But in 2022, it's impossible to reach even a single consumer of video games without jokes of some kind. So very well, jokes it'll be. During its development, over 500 kiloliters of comedy will be funneled directly into the core of the Stanley Parable 2, creating jobs for hundreds of machine operators and producing 30,000 tons of pollutant chemical byproduct, which will be pumped directly into local lakes, rivers, and beautiful nature reserves like these all over the country. Another common complaint of the Stanley Parable is that there wasn't enough gameplay. And so for the sequel, its developers have gone to great lengths to fix this problem. Here we can see gameplay being printed on the
Yes.
sheets. Every video game contains as many as 1,000 sheets of gameplay, and several of the largest games ever made contain close to 1,500. On mobile devices, the gameplay sheets have to be printed smaller. For the Stanley Parable 2, as many as 35 new gameplay sheets are being printed, each of which must be delicately massaged by the hands of a child before being added into the game. This man is stealing gameplay sheets from the factory, which he likely intends to use for a personal project he's been developing in his spare time. A good public stoning will cure him of that inclination. Let's check on Gregory real quick. Still recovering from a hard day's work. Don't you move a muscle. Next up, it's time to blackmail the press. In a competitive market, blackmailing your local journalist can be one of the most effective methods of creating word-of-mouth buzz for your sequel. In fact, blackmail is the currency of social progress. From your neighborhood grocer to the teacher at your school to the man who helps you steal HBO, everyone responds to blackmail. And if you've never done it before, it's easy to practice at home on your friends and family. Simply follow the instructional pamphlet that your teacher hands out after the end of the film. And finally, there's one last tool at our disposal for making the sequel feel fresh and exciting, and that's packaging the game with collector's edition merchandise. If you order the Stanley Parable 2, you'll receive this cow's egg. A single egg will produce over 1,000 cows, which are, of course, the sequel to pigs. And there you have it. Everything there is to know about producing the Stanley Parable 2. Of course, you may know that there is also a game titled The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So which game is the true sequel to the Stanley Parable? It's an excellent question, Billy. One which the child soldiers have been working round the clock to come up with an answer to. And after many weeks of diligent research, the conclusion they've reached is, who gives a shit? All that matters is that it's more content for you to cram down your insatiable gullet. You don't want thoughtful and nuanced answers to complex questions, Billy. You just want to eat bubble gum and cheated hopscotch. So get out there and consume. Do your civic duty and bully your parents into buying you every version of the Stanley Parable 2 on every platform. Tell your friends to bully their parents as well. It's through community efforts like these that the world comes together in harmony and connection. And it's only through this connection that we'll defeat Time Dracula once and for all. Don't let the time-traveling vampires win. Buy the Stanley Parable 2 and pledge to support all sequels for today, tomorrow, and into the great unknowable beyond.
Damn. Mary of Billy. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that was something. I guess we get back to the game now. Anyway, what we were doing? Right, we're like well, apparently only lived 3 years. Anyway, what we're doing? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Ooh. It's gonna say Matrix? It's gonna say my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious
Sex.
answer is that they want to be
Stanley sex.
individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't
Ooh.
that wonderful? Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified.
Jim?
Right now, the
Jim?
button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name
Jim?
that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim,
Okay.
sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being
Tricks.
heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
We
If
don't
you
care
don't
about lore.
properly
We
role-play
don't want
the
Jim
game,
lore.
Then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
But what if that is my name?
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
I am Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button.
No.
Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I've
Okay.
worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button said. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No. 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 Wow. Wow. Really? Did these buttons work? Wow, okay. Ruining my fun. Thanks. I'm definitely not buying this sequel.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
How do you know my name's not Jim? The fuck is this? Who's this? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. What else have we got? Settings World Champion. Okay. Settings World Champion. Do we have to do something in the settings? No. Okay. Okay. We will add it later. The jump circle. Oh, I still have some jumps
You
remaining.
know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Jump, jump. was enjoying that. Another thing ruined. Free, new plus easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. It just works. Well, you know someone else who says that. Todd Howard of Bethesda. It just works.
Now here's
Yes,
something
Todd.
special.
All of
You
your
remember
games
that
work.
broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Ooh.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
Wow.
To satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You promise, but it'll never happen, will it?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I'm intrigued by this, whatever this thing is. Collectibles? Ooh. Can you find them? I don't know. Can we find them?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
Can we go back?
Run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, this just looks super creepy. What the hell? Oh. Ooh. We got one. Nice. Collect them all. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What's this? No screenshots? Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I will go with this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday, it is.
Wow. Well, I wanted this one. Can I have one of the balloons at least? Oh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
No. No, I want the other one.
Come now. You've already made your choice.
No, I didn't.
It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Wow, okay. Right, what is this? Infinite hole. Let's have a look at this. What's this? Time, depth, okay. Rim, depth, surrounding area, opening. Infinity, hole, entrance. Holes, holes, holes. Right.
Stanley,
there's
here's
the
an
hole.
idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Ooh.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like.
Right,
A stunning
see you later.
record for video games as a medium.
Bye-bye.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I'm gonna keep going, I think.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
I don't have
Do it on the
I don't have a
sooner
G
rather
button.
than later spectrum of
I don't have a
things.
G button. I don't have a G button. It's not
Stanley,
working.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
Just
falling.
the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
I figured the hole was as
Two
deep
of
as
us.
anyone would actually
Just
need.
the
Don't you
two
put
of
this
us
on me.
building
Maybe
castles
you're
in the
problem.
sky. Just the two of us.
Look,
You and I.
things got a little heated there. I think we both said something
New
we
mug.
didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and
I
we
lied.
can move on.
I do have a
I'll
G
be up
button.
here when you're ready.
G.
Great. Now, I'm very
And
excited
back
to
in the
see
go.
Oh, for heaven. You see,
Back again.
I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I love holes.
Not normal.
I love holes.
Person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Oh,
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
it did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time...
Who's been
in
chucking
there
their
than you did
cigarettes
before.
down here,
I mean,
man?
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
Hey,
Well, I
who
suppose
doesn't love
once
going
again
in
there's
deep
nothing to
holes,
do
huh?
here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I love a deep hole.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so
Let's
much more to
go!
say and to talk about. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Okay.
Is the teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Hey,
You
what?
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh. He just left us. He just left us. Oh. Hello? Hello? Hang on, I feel like this has got really loud. Okay. Hello? Music is scary. Oh. Oh. We're going down. We're going down. Press F. Press F to change perspective. Okay. G to change perception. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Puppies! I like this one. Oh, look at the puppies. Change yourself. Jay. What the hell? What the fuck? What is going on? Boing. Boing. Oh. What the hell is going on? What is going on? Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
What the hell? What was
Well,
that?
this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
No. Okay, I might need to turn the volume up just a little bit, because... Yeah, we'll put it on 50. That might be a bit better. Oh. Are we going back down again? Oh. Oh, okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, so... So we've done that one, we've done the collectibles, we've done the hole. The reassurance bucket. Ooh. I like buckets.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered
Where
a
is it
chaotic
then?
sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Hello?
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions
Free
of the
bucket?
Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace.
That reminds me of the things from Half-Life.
While the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually
Let me take the bucket.
the game to be less uncomfortable. Could you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay. What the hell?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of
Free
crushing
bucket?
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an
just
air
pick it
of
up.
charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive.
Can I
as
not
a
put it
person.
Can I not put it
The
down?
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Why has he got blood on it?
There should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, is that just the red reflecting? Why has it got blood on it? Why is it red? Or is that just reflecting off the red stuff in the room? Consistent quality with just the right amount of chance. The new updated ray trace, more of the same but in a good way sequel. Adding ray tracing? Red is the new orange? Oh my god, not that sound. Not that sound. What now? Have we seen everything? I think we've seen everything now. Exit? You have a call incoming. Well, here. Right, what have we got? Infinite Hole, Epilogue, Office Decorations, Reassurance Bucket, Setting World Champion, Merch. We've already looked at that. This map. Jump Circle. Okay, I think we've explored it all.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. That's me. That's me. Those screenshots. Okay.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm
Here
ready.
it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh. Oh. There's a collectible.
Well,
Can I get it?
I mean, there's potential here, right?
There's
It's
multiple collectibles.
sort of-
Can I get them?
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh my god, what is that?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game
There's
at
two
all.
holes.
It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Yeah.
Peacefully, of course. With respect.
You
With
could do
care
that.
for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it
Possibly.
could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A
Yes.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
That was quick.
Take a look.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Everything is red now. Cool. Okay. Everything is red. Right. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay, we've already seen this part. Input awaiting. Finally. Oh. Buttons. Buttons. If I press all the buttons. If I press all the buttons. Oh, they all keep coming back. What the hell is this place? Okay. Okay, so I guess that's how he gets to that place then. Okay. The balloons. Oh. Hello.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Ooh. Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll go left. We now have a bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more
The
than
broom
ever.
closet.
Perhaps his boss's
What's
office
in here?
was where he'd find... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you?
Yes.
The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I've never... Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Funky broom closet.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ooh.
There.
A sticker.
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it
Yeah.
works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
For sake. Okay. I want another one.
You know what? I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay. Do you have any more stickers? No. Okay. I want more stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
You know, I want to see what happens if we jump off the catwalk with the bucket. I want to see what happens. Ooh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Nice.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley
Nice.
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes. Oh, another one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. Well, I want to see what happens when we jump off the balcony.
The elevator raced downward,
Something
plummeting
has to
towards
happen.
an unknown fate.
I'm sure we won't get the I'm pretty sure we won't get the
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring
What
that
is
in
that?
this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The
I'm
bucket
sure we
is
won't get the
helping Stanley.
song again
Everything will be fine.
unless we get a song about the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large
Maybe.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, right, let's turn this
The
on.
lights rose on an
Let's get up.
enormous room packed with television
Uh,
screens. What
let's
horrible
jump.
secret did this place hold? Stanley and the but just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps.
Okay.
After some
Oh.
time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Yeah.
In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully
This is
explore what
nice.
was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Oh no.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending, but it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
Maybe.
It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Well, okay, well now we know what happens.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Hang
to
on
the
a
meeting.
minute.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is the different way. It's supposed to go that way. Good night, DJ. Have a good sleep, man. Thanks for
Stanley
coming in.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Alright, let's go right this time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope, nope, let me go. I should really stop pressing buttons, man.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley. What the fuck is this?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Hey, Piers, how you doing,
I
man?
know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh my god, this music. Oh, I miss this music.
Now this is what
Oh,
the Stanley
I was
Parable
enjoying
is all
that.
about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh no. What was I to give up? How have I only just... You've only just noticed the R99 on my wall? I've had that for like years now. I've had it for like a couple of years now. I used to have it on the wall there. I used to have it on the wall like there behind me when my desk used to be in the corner there. Take my money. I found it on Etsy.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
It's through my Discord or something. I
That's why
can
I'm
link
very
it maybe.
proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh no.
Can you guess what the bucket destroyer does?
Let me
Surely
guess.
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, I'm not putting it in there. You're getting it for your
Now
brother
listen to
next
me.
month? Oh, that's
It's
nice.
crucial
That's
that
nice
you
of
give
you.
it the
That's
bucket.
sick.
I don't know what the bucket destroyer
Insert
will do.
bucket
It
to
can't
destroy.
destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you say,
It doesn't want to be destroyed.
Only one personality trait deserved to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters.
Can I not turn it
Well, you
off?
see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its
Oh, no.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
Oh, this is
What other
destroy a
object in
bucket.
this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
Uh-oh.
Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it the
Put it in there.
Stanley, give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh.
The bucket destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
What the fuck? Rip bucket destroyer, I guess. Get some rips in the chat. I'm a Nessie. I've got loads of Nessies. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 Nessies. 5 Nessies. And then the pink and blue ones are on the chair. So they're my favorite ones.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Hello.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Figurine Finders Committee. You're a fan.
The
I mean,
confusion
I
of
love
thoughts
Apex.
all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Yes, I love this bucket. I want a Stanley Parable bucket.
Tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay. What are you gonna do with the bucket?
Detour through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything with the bucket. Oh wait, I wanted to go that way. Oh. Guess I have to go this way then. Oh. Well, we've only found 2 of them. Or 3 of them. LOL looks like 47. We gotta collect them all. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Broom closet.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
No.
If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Oh. Stair?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. Alright, we'll go through here, see what's in here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I am
He
crazy.
looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
Wait!
Someone else's bucket, perhaps. I end up with someone else's bucket. This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre...
Wait! Did I just I just broke the game. I just fell through the map. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I just fell through the map.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley...
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
...telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I fell through the map.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Trust me to
Stanley
break
took
the
doors
game.
left to go back to the meeting room.
Trust me to break the game.
Bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
There's one there.
Go to the cargo lift.
I mean, I know there's I know there's an ending, and I know the I think I remember that the things just repeat themselves, but I have never seen that before. I've never fallen through the map. What the fuck? Okay.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all
Only
the
one
figure
left.
and marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and marines. None of us can.
Oh. Hello? Okay. Um. Hello?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
The fuck?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
There you go.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Gamborata. What the What did I just witness?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
What if we go back
He'd
this
never
way?
be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around. Stanley
Yes.
held the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
What the fuck? Hey Gene, how you doing, man? I'm not doing too bad. Is there anything here? Oh. I'm on the desk. Okay. Oh. Do we go out the window? Okay, let's go out the window. Broke the game again. Oh.
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley. What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gamborata first ensnared me in his machinations as
Wait.
payback for the sacred amulet I stole.
It's
from
that
his treasure
Gamborata
vaults.
guy
I
again.
was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time. This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
What is that
As Stanley
voice?
screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Oh. Oh.
My God, Stanley.
What?
You did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages
What
and
the
knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
What the fuck? Okay, so what if we walk out of there without
All
the
of his
bucket?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
So
simply
what if we
missed a
walk out
memo.
here without the bucket?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Okay.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this
Maybe.
whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if
I
you
don't
had
know.
selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Yeah, that
Well
guys, you're
now,
not lucky.
I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Yes. No. Oh, I guess we continue the game. Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all? The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right, I need to find that other
This was
Stanley
not the correct
thing.
way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the
Yeah.
bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
There's something
There's
over
something
there.
up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question
There's
why
something
or
over
how
there.
this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly
Yep.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No,
No.
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay?
You're playing
to bring a
Persona
bucket
5? Oh,
unless-
nice. I've never played
The
that.
problem is that
Yeah.
you actually
I should
don't
get around to
know
playing it
what
at
is a
some
bucket
point.
and what isn't a bucket. I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior.
Thank you
up
for
to
the
this
follow.
point, which,
Thanks for the
if
follow,
that's
Edu.
true, well, my goodness.
Appreciate that,
I
man.
think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Oh, okay. What's in here? A game show? Ooh.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is
Okay,
a
let's
bucket.
go.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll
Game show
ever need
time.
to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
This is a bucket, chat. Is it a bucket? I mean, it looks like one. I think. Yes? Okay.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Wow. Really?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No, I feel like if I say no, it's gonna be yes. Yes. Hey!
This is a bucket.
It is a bucket. Nice. Wow, what's up next?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
That's a tractor. So, no.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
Oh, it's a fucking moth. Bye-bye, tractor.
Is this a bucket?
If you click yes, there's another dialogue. Oh, I didn't even press anything. Oh,
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
it is a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick
Oh.
question. Both. Gotcha.
Wait, what?
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
Oh.
It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket
like there's
is
someone
something.
watching me.
And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Are you a bucket?
Stanley, I can't keep doing
Yes.
it. I'm losing
No.
myself, and myself was all I
Yes
ever
and
had
no.
to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Oh,
I
no.
can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
No,
of time.
don't. Don't do that.
Okay, here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea.
Your buckets.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
I am a
Oh,
bucket.
this is wonderful.
How
news.
dare you
We're not
assume my
Yes,
gender.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity.
My
on
gender
this,
is
but
bucket.
It doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So
My
tell you what,
pronouns are
I'll
bucket.
reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Cancel the game. Oh. Well, this is new. I've already done this thing. Just rising the bus in heaven. Boink.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is bucket phobic.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Oh
room,
dear.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
No.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope, we're going to listen to the bucket this time.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
All the way,
There's
okay.
something up there I need you to do.
Although I want to play,
Stanley
is
did
this a
not
bucket
question
again?
why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
I
It
really
should have
enjoyed that
alarmed
game
him,
show.
Of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Why is that not a real game show in real life? That would be brilliant.
And he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Wait, off we go.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Well, last time we unplugged the phone, so... Oh. Do we unplug it again?
Pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Do we unplug the phone again? Or I do want to answer the phone though. No? Okay, we'll answer the phone this time. Oh, flashbang, hello.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley
Oh.
and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
How sad that your flat is the exact same number. What's this? I played the demo. Mind control facility. The freedom ending. The number 8. I did get that achievement earlier. The 8 one. Hello, Bucket. You've been waiting for me, hmm? Hey Stanley, it's me, your Bucket. Press F to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you...
Oh, we can't go up on the
Whatever
desk.
Stanley
That's
is hearing
sad.
the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press G to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press P to go back to work. Oh, this is a very sad life, isn't it?
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever
A
truly
crib.
do for you is effectively transfer
Nice
a liquid
crib.
from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Oh, it means a lot to me. Don't listen to the loud man. Press 3 for us to go back home. Oh.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders
Why were you
from.
on the
Me he
stove? Why are you
trusted and
cooking
listened to.
yourself?
Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press it to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this
What are you
sort
doing
of
up there?
shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier.
What are you
more
watching?
capable of transporting liquid.
Ah,
Like
yes.
It would be better at moving an amount of water
The
from
Flashbang
one
channel.
room to
I love
another.
this. I love this show. Just watching some TV, just chilling. Press G to relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my god, what am I saying?
Ah,
Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket.
it stole my
It's
chair.
just a bucket. Why do I feel
A
something
posture
to
check?
point out the ways
Appreciate
in
that.
which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Come on, let me stand up. Let me stand up, stretch my legs. Oh, those legs. There we go. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Anyway, recipe to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm having feelings.
Oh, this is romantic.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Come here, bucket.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Come here, bucket. Do you post on OnlyFans? Stanley versus bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me.
No,
Give me the
no,
bucket.
it's mine. I want to fuck it. I want to fuck it.
Now. Give it
I want to fuck it. I mean, what? What? Only buckets. Only buckets. And that is the story of how Stanley fucked the bucket.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yes, it's my office.
A
Hello,
good
bucket.
A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction.
I feel sorry for this. I have violated this bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Right, I want to see what happens if we do the original ending. You got 123.4k Nessies. Let's go. Right, somewhere blue and red. I know, right? I know it's the red and blue door. Broom closet. Let's go back in here.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
Oh, it's the
Simply
same
because I have no
dialogue.
remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we beat in coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked
Okay,
upstairs
I
to
don't
the
know.
boss's office.
I don't know whether to go back downstairs again because, Loop, before you got in here, as I was doing this ending, as I was walking around the rooms, I fell through the map. I fell through the map, and then the game reset. And I was very confused. I don't know. Really don't know. I really don't know. Was that the bucket? Excuse you, bucket. I really don't know how I fell through the map. Because I was like, that's not right. Oh yeah, by the way, guys. This VOD of the stream will be going up on my YouTube channel. I'm thinking of posting VODs, like stream VODs on my YouTube channel again. I'm thinking of actually posting stuff on there again, so this will be on YouTube later on. Right, I already got the Stanley fig from here. Yes, I did. Right, let's get back in here. 2845.
Manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Nope.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire.
Wait, come on.
The soothing presence of the bucket.
2, 8,
Even now,
4,
in his darkest
5.
of hours, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
This fan has been waiting 3 years. New content? I'm thinking of either just turning my YouTube channel into a, what is it? Either into just a thing to upload, Twitch VODs on, or try and do more stuff on there, because I kind of want to do some more content over there. Right, I know, I think you can go back, yeah, you can go back up. But I want to do the original engine.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead.
I want to do the
path
original
door
ending.
that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I did that not long ago.
The lights rose on an enormous...
I'm not doing it again.
with
I'm not doing it again.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
We've already
Stanley
heard
and
the
bucket both
we
wondered.
heard the amazing song. The good job. You did it. That was a very catchy song, actually. Might set it as my ringtone, not gonna lie.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Trip check?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
We're rocking
monitored
the
like
shorts,
guinea
we're
pigs.
rocking the socks.
The bucket
and
had never seen anything like
the
this,
shirt.
and it very nearly burst
My
into
favourite
tears
shirt.
as Stanley cradled it
T-shirt.
gently, reassuring it
Absolute
that
drip.
everything would be fine.
Fat drip. I am dripping. Lift.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in
Boink,
the first
boink,
place?
boink.
These questions raised fears
The
in
witch.
Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay, seeing as you redeemed it, guess no.
No! He screamed
No!
into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
Into the
own
bucket.
life in someone
No!
else's control. Never! He
Never!
squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point...
Oh wait, Young, you like Martin Garrix?
Except for the bucket.
You like Martin Garrix? Hold on. Why did you never tell me this? It says Sentio from his newest recent album. That's the back of it. And where is it? Where's the label? Yeah. Mate, I love Martin Garrix. He's like my... Mate, he's my fave. I fucking love him.
The heart of the operation.
wait to be shot.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Fuck.
Happy or sad or content.
I'm so jealous.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored. and
Oh man,
commanded
I
from
really
his
want to go
very
see him so
face.
bad.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let's turn it off. Oh no, I was going to press it on.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
You saw it from the Formula E? Oh, that's sick, man.
Yes! They
Yes.
had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed
Let's
themselves
go.
from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments
Let me
away.
out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the
It's
end.
for the bucket.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned,
Young, I was
but it
about
was
to,
one
but
they
then
lived together,
the
with one
narrator
another
stole
to
the
lean
bucket
on,
off me.
trust, to
It was
support.
on the bed. It was waiting for... Oh.
What? Wait. What was
No,
happening?
let me out, please.
Why had the door stopped?
Let me out.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room,
No.
lingering in uncertainty.
No.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed
No.
the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no.
No.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But
Well,
at least
go away.
he has the bucket.
There's a moth.
To be
Go
trapped
away.
eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought.
There's
to
a,
himself.
there's a
As
moth
long
in
as
my
I have
room.
my
Go
bucket,
away.
right, I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about
Go
to
away.
find out.
I'm waiting for it to land on the camera. Okay, well, that was an interesting ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the embrace
Oh,
of
the
friend,
bucket.
the weathered companionship.
Right,
that
now
stand
what
the test
what
of
happens
time.
if I
Stanley clutched the
turn
bucket tightly
the
to his chest
the things
and
on?
entered the door on his left.
What happens if I turn it on? I still need to do that one, but I need to do it without the bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, maybe when I go back and post the clip, wait, I really need to.
Stepping into his manager's
I really want to
office,
know how I
Stanley
did
was
it.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Okay.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Right. Let's go back down and then let's turn it on. See what he says. Okay. We are back. We are back. Back again. Stanley's back.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Telebucket.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Boink.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ooh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I think we'll do after this one. I think we'll do a couple more endings, and then
Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in
I think
shock.
I'll end it here.
Everyone in the office was being
I know
videotaped,
this so much
monitored
more.
like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into
I need to go
tears
to bed
as
soon.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay, let's go again.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He
No.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof.
Okay, let's turn it on this
Part of
time.
the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Let's turn on the bucket.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from
Just
his
turn the
very
bucket on.
place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery.
Boink.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror.
Oh no.
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for
What's
itself?
happening?
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Birds. Flamingos?
Stanley flipped through one video of
Silly
birds
birds.
after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility
Oh, that's
at all.
cute.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling
What is that
silly
bird?
birds all over the world.
Hang on, I want to see what this
The
bird
mind
is.
control
That's
button
actually
was
really
a
cute.
facade
I want
to
it.
disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
I want this bucket.
Stanley marveled
But
at
this
the
bucket,
metal
this
gears
bird, I
in his
mean.
hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible.
What is that?
Stanley and the
A
bucket
Taveza
never felt
Weaver.
free
Ooh.
Because they spent the rest of their
That's a
lives
cute
in this
bird.
place,
What's
clicking
next?
through vast
Penguins!
fields Of the silliest birds imaginable.
I love
Of all the
penguins.
possible paths
Look
his
at them
life
go.
could have taken, this one was surely the best. And
Oh, I've
Stanley
seen one of those things before. I forgot what they're called. At least it's not the 2-minute nuke of Flash Bomb. True. My operating system. This is bad. Oh, is this... Okay, right. Let's do the thing without the bucket now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
Let's
by
get
the
the
employee lounge first,
the
just to
Stanlerine
admire
things.
it.
Stanlerines.
Okay.
Stanlerines? That's what they call
But
them.
eager to
Stanley
get back to
figs.
business, Stanley took the first open door
On
on
his
his left.
left. Oh,
Stanley
no.
was so
Oh,
bad
I
at
want to go in
following
here without the
directions,
bucket as
it's
well.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to go in there without the bucket as well. Although I do want to get this last
Look,
Stanley fig.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Ooh,
Really?
that was
I
close.
was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want
No
to help
buckets
you,
past this
to
point.
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
There it is.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Take this
Wiggly.
moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Stiggly Wiggly, I
would
love
tell
that.
you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now
Oh.
we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Oh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the
Red door. Nope.
Aha.
I remember
Now
this
listen
ending
closely.
from the original.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh no, no. I know which happens in the blue. I forgot what happens in the red. I haven't done the red.
Thank God, you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices.
I haven't done the
Some of
red
us
door in
want
a
to
long
try and live
time.
Somewhere that isn't here, running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. I would.
Oh no, I want to go for the blue door
be so
again.
much
Oh.
happier if we just stopped. And I
Nope.
think I have a solution.
How is this
Here,
even possible?
Let me show you.
Oh. Does it matter which way I go? Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Oh.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
No, it's
If
not.
we just stay right here, right in this moment
No.
with this... No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm going to end it all.
Oh, no.
I've
Stay
missed
away from
this
the stairs.
staircase.
If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I've missed this staircase.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Whee! Oh.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You have no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
I'm gonna do
I
it.
can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Whee! 360! Oh.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yep.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
You sure are. This is going in my... Right, you guys ready? This is going in my montage. 360! Oh, no. I didn't jump. I tricked you. No, this is going in the montage. Here we go. 360! Oh.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But
Okay, I
guess
think
that
I
was
need
too
another
much to
retake of
ask.
that. I need another retake of it.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
So sad. Wait, who's ready for the montage? Oh.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh. That's so sad. Oh. Oh!
Stanley, I'm sorry.
Oh my-
But I have to put a pause on things. It's just...
fuck?
It's those figurines. Those figglers.
That
I
fucked
haven't
my
stopped
brain up
thinking
so
about them
much
since
then.
You nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically
Oh,
fulfilling
that
moment
is-
of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to
That's
the brim with
fucked.
inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh, the
I
memory
would
zone.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
You want to come back here? When Stanley found the collectibles, for God's sake. Oh, this one's missing now. Someone stole the collector's edition.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
The
Back then,
first
we had
one.
no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7.
And here
8.
was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Where was the next one?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms
The boss's
was
office.
the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
The boss's office.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Okay.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes,
this
we
room?
found a figly in this pink room. Oh well,
Where?
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Pink room. Why is there a giant apple there as well? Okay. Boxes.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
Yes.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate
did
the
you?
occasion. Enjoy.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, this takes me back. To Windows Movie Maker.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
No, but instead it was the song Bodies by Drowning Pool, which used to play instead. Instead of whatever that non-copyright music that was. Oh, and the final one was here.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue
Well,
doors.
that's it.
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment
Do I get a
unlike
new
any
skin for
other.
Stanley?
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Right, let's go this way. Oh, it doesn't matter which way you go. You are in the present.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing
Oh,
left
it
to
goes
do
on
but
for
move
infinity.
onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Wait, oh. I was enjoying it. Oh,
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
my
See how that
God.
feels.
really?
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember
Oh
this.
my.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video.
Oh, this is. I mean, I love this game. It's brilliant. This game is brilliant. Oh, this room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
This one.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
It's just sort under the map then. Again. Oh, what if I go this way? No. Okay, it's blocked off. Hello. Oh, there's the boss's bathroom.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone
back
ever
to
choose
the
to
memory
leave
zone.
it? Keep going. This
Back
is
to
it.
the first
very
one.
first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh. Oh. There's jump circle?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. Oh, yes.
The two doors.
Doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this
A
one.
classic. And then the office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
I don't think so.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What came before my office?
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with.
There you
You know
go.
what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
No more
I
stuff.
did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Right, one last run, guys.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right, surely there's something else I need to do.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed
Reboot the
bucket's
game
warmth and comfort
entirely.
now more than ever. Perhaps his
Reboot the game entirely. We can do that. Okay, let's reopen the game entirely then. Okay. Okay, we reboot the game entirely. Please enter the current time. It is 1:01 AM. Hang on. Can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the time step seriously, they just leave the clock set to 12 and call it a day. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience, you're paying attention. Way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been cooperative, next time you boot up the game to see the screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if the correct time, you've earned it. Right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, I'm guessing each time you reload the game then it asks you to do that thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky
One
fellow.
last time.
Very lucky indeed.
One
Stanley clutched
last
the bucket
time.
tightly to his chest.
I want to
and
go for
entered
the.
door on his left.
I want to go for the escape bit actually.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find it. Coming to a staircase,
I want to go for the
Stanley
escape.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Actually, no. Let's go back up and down the elevator. Let's go back up the elevator and see what it says.
Stepping into his
Okay, let's
manager's
see what
office,
happens if I keep
Stanley
getting
was
it
once
wrong.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional
There's the 8
dumpster
again.
fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
5482. 5482.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
5, 4, 8, 2.
2845.
Alright, fine. 2, 8, 4, 1. I give up. No.
Forgot.
1,
But
2,
it turns
3,
out
4.
that the panel's emergency
Oh.
override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fuck's sake. Right, no, we'll go through the escape. We'll go through the escape. No, we'll go up. We'll go up and down the elevator.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
This will
an
be the last
unknown
one.
fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Again.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Opa. And the number 3.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the... Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Eight. 8, 8, 8. And boink.
Perhaps the bucket...
Back in again we go.
Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Interesting. Right, back up again.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Oh. Right, let's go again.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing at
Only
all.
silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Back again.
Stanley
down
and
we
the
go.
bucket was so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's?
Why is it going so
The
slow?
question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Back up again. Back up again we go.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over.
Okay.
He would elaborate fully on
Wait,
what the number 3
There's a guy there.
and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see
Did anyone see
joy
that?
through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public
There was a
eye
guy
that
stood
the
there.
bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
We're not alone. Apparently we're not alone.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement
Oh.
around it, developing and rehearsing
All
it,
eyes
until
on
it couldn't
Stanley.
be refined a single measure further.
World's healthiest human
When the
being.
big day
All
arrived,
tricks revealed.
Stanley was
How
as
that we did it at the
prepared
pyramids.
as he'd ever been for anything in his
The
life.
guy who went to Mars. Stanley live on stage. Ooh. Stage not world peace, baby. That was a Minecraft door opening sound. 32323 427 333.
This was it. One last
Very
chance to
interesting.
win
Remember
the
where-
bucket over. One
Coming from.
opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
There we go. The dude who came up with pizza. Here we go.
There was no one here.
Oh,
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
oh.
He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship,
So sad.
was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Well, that was a sad ending. But hey, we are going to end it there. Appreciate everyone watching this evening. That was a little bit more chill than what happened yesterday. But yeah, we appreciate all of the support as always.